We're from the cast of Marvel Studios.
So we are at the movie theater. It is so different now. Everything is so luxurious. We're in reclining chairs. It's 3D. And actually, we're the only one in here. Someone told us that if we want to come to the movie, to come in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day. Hey, great movie advice. We're gonna watch Dune 10. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
She might watch this. Richard Martin.
The streets of Seattle. This is downtown Seattle. Things have really changed. After the movie, we walked down by the public market area, the waterfront. Still beautiful. Things have really changed. Here's a restaurant. You can see the pigeons are roosting outside the restaurant. These pigeons don't even run from you anymore. It's kind of unbelievable to think that they have kind of occupied the area where people usually sit and eat. Things have really
So it was a 16-hour fast. I did really well. I had some really good meals. I'll go over the board with you.
So mostly today, all I ate was keto enchiladas. I was really glad that I had this meal prep done. It came in very handy.
Today is a protein sparing modified fasting day, or either high protein keto day. As usual, the choice is yours, or whatever works best for you. If you incorporate in intermittent fasting, you're going to have some great benefits. And you want to choose a schedule that fits you. I feel the best schedule to use for intermittent fasting is 16 and 8. That means for 16 hours you will fast. You won't have anything to eat, but you will be allowed to have certain liquids. And those are 0 carb liquids is what you are allowed to have. Things like tea, black coffee, water, broth. These are some of the things that you can have while you're doing the ketogenic diet and you're fasting for those 16 hours. During the 8-hour, which is your 8-hour eating window, this is when you can eat your 2 or your 3 meals or your 1 meal for the day. Having your meals at a certain eating window is going to kind of automatically give you less calories that you're eating, and also if you're watching your carbohydrates, you will stop eating at a certain time, and that includes snacks. No snacking during your fasting window. If you follow these guidelines, you're going to have some great results. And then eat foods according to the diet plan that you have chosen. And by that I mean if you are doing high protein keto, eat high protein meals. Have lean meats and have protein such as eggs, maybe even protein bread, protein bars, those type of things during that time. And I think they even have protein, some type of drinks that can give you a little bit of protein also. But always eat to reach your protein goal and not so much your fat goal or your carb goal. You want to stay as low as possible on your carbohydrate intake daily. And your fat intake, you want to keep that fairly low also, between 30 and 50 daily. If you are in your maintenance stage or in your adaptive stage of keto. When you're first starting off, you want to eat a little bit more fats because you want your body to switch from burning glucose to burning ketones. And this will help with that. Make sure that you're dropping your carbohydrates down really, really low at that time also. I don't know what my cat's doing. She's just circling, it looks like, circling around. Okay, so today is a protein sparing modified fast day, and I've already had my first meal. For my first meal, I had 2 pieces of protein bread. I had a 3-ounce hamburger patty, ground beef patty. It was $85.15. I had 1.5 chicken wings, naked chicken wings that I made in the air fryer the other day. And I had, that was it. So I had a great meal. Oh, I did have a small serving of vegetables. I picked out my chickpeas again, but I did have some asparagus and kale. And that was only, I'd say, about 1/3 of a cup. That's about all I'm sure I had left from my meal yesterday. So that was my first meal for today. And I had that probably around 9:30 or 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. So make sure that you're making good food choices. All right. Make sure that you're making food choices that are going to be beneficial to you. Eat foods that you like, and that way you will be more successful on your weight loss journey. Insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is where everything starts. Insulin resistance is where your insulin is not functioning properly. It is where your body is, how do I want to say, your insulin isn't functioning properly, so your body is retaining glucose in your bloodstream and in your body. So this is what usually damages your arteries and your veins, and they say it turns into mush. Once it turns into mush, then it starts getting into and leaking into your muscles and different things like that. I'm sure that's when everything starts to become really painful, and you start having problems where you start losing your toes and your fingers, your feet, your leg, that different stuff. As you know, diabetes is very prevalent among black people, and it's very prevalent among seniors also. So as you get older, if there are things that you can do to protect yourself or to help yourself, you should really do these things. If you can avoid eating sugar, avoid eating sweets, and if you're going to eat these type of things, make sure that they are low carb or no carb things that you are eating. I feel that these type of products are better for you to eat than to eat things that are full of sugar and carbs and things like that. Let's see, diabetes. Diabetes goes through different stages, and it takes a while. You have to have insulin resistance for a long time for it to start turning into pre-diabetes and diabetes. Remember that you have to have it anywhere from 10, 15 years unless you are born with diabetes. But take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself because no one else is going to take care of yourself like you. No one's going to take care of you like you. You must remember that. I had insulin resistance for a long time, and then I started noticing that my scale is going up. Now, I went to the doctor, and I'm a person that goes to the doctor, and I like to have my numbers checked along the way. Recently, I went to the doctor. My number was 5.4, and I noticed it had went up just a little bit. I had them checked recently, and I was all the way back up to, I believe it's 6.1. Very surprising to me that my numbers had started rising, and they had risen so fast in so short of a time. I mean, it was only about a 3 to 4 month time span, but my numbers had risen. I don't know if that was because I added in some things, different things to eat, such as protein sparing modified fasting, the protein bread, which is made mainly with egg whites. Maybe it's caused a lot of inflammation. I know with keto, it's best to eat the total egg, so I usually try to make something else out of the yolks. But that combination of the two in that way, I don't know if it causes inflammation. These are some questions and things, that I have. Be very kind and very considerate of yourself. That's something that you have to do. You have to do it. I always say you have to do it because no one else is going to do it. If you have insulin resistance, talk to your doctor about it, or ask the doctor to be checked for insulin resistance. If you have diabetes in your family, ask your doctor to be checked for diabetes and to be giving different tests, to find out exactly where you're at, and have them really test your sugar. I believe there's certain tests that you want them to do. And if I remember the name of those tests, I will post them below. Or I'll come back and make a video with that information for you. But eat the right foods. Find the right foods to eat and buy them. You don't have to start buying organic or grass-fed. If you can't, start where you can. Just go and get you some eggs. Start with your eggs and your bacon, or your eggs and another meat of choice. But start. Fasting is just not eating for a set time frame. I mean, it's not eating from 12 until maybe about 12 until 12 the next day. That's 12 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not eating till 4 o'clock. Pick a good 16 hours that works best for you. And as long as you got those hours in there at nighttime, you go into bed, or you stop eating in the evening, say around 6 or 7. So from 7 until 7 o'clock that next morning, that's 12 hours. You have 4 more hours, so you can eat around 11 or 12 o'clock. And you're going to have a good fasting time window. Why would you want to fast? What reason would you want to fast? Well, there are a lot of reasons that people fast besides just religious reasons. You can fast because you want to lose weight. A lot of people fast for weight loss. Combine it with other diets, like keto or protein sparing modified fast, whatever diet they're doing. They combine it a lot with intermittent fasting. And some people just use intermittent fasting to lose weight. Intermittent fasting, it helps reduce inflammation. People use it to fight disease. Animals use it to fight disease. They say that if you notice that if an animal gets sick or it wounds itself, it doesn't eat for a while. It heals itself by not eating. I've never noticed that before, but I had read it. And then, then I kind of noticed it. Say if our puppy was sick, noticed that she didn't eat a lot. And when she felt better, then she would eat. The same with the cat. So animals use fasting to heal themselves. I have noticed that there is truth to that. It increases your energy. You actually can have more energy because your body's going to switch from glucose to using ketones. Because you're using intermittent fasting, and you're going to have more energy when your body starts to burn those ketones. Yes, you're going to have more energy. Plus, they say it reduces your grocery bill. If you're not eating all the time, you got that fasting window, you're not supposed to be taking in food. You may invest in some coffee or some 0-calorie drinks or something like that. But it's going to help save on your grocery bill. You're going to be able to budget. It's going to give you more thinking power, more mental clarity. You're going to be able to have more brain power. So that's going to be one of the good benefits of that. Reducing inflammation is going to reduce depression. Going to help your anxiety. You're going to have a spiritual awakening. You're just going to be more aware. So all of these things are really great benefits, that you're going to see while doing this, while having intermittent fasting. Some people do the 1 meal a day. That's also a form of fasting. Or you can fast and then you can do what they call the warrior diet. And that's where you have 4 hours to eat that 1 meal.
So there are many different ways that you can use fasting to your benefit. There's alternate day fasting, extended fasting, where they fast from anywhere from 24 to 72 hours, or you can go past the 72 hours. That's prolonged fasting. But all of this is going to help you so much. And like I say, when you're fasting, you're allowed to drink different drinks. You can have green tea, you can have herbal teas, you can have water, lemon water. You can have lemon water with apple cider vinegar, a little bit of Himalayan pink salt in it. Maybe a squirt of stevia, something like that to give it a little bit of taste. You can have black coffee. You can have sparkling mineral water. As long as you keep it under, you can have broth. They say under 50 calories, you're not breaking your fast. But those are the different things that you can have to drink without breaking your fast. Some things that you can do while you're fasting to help you get through your fast so you won't think about it. Just stay busy. Do some housework. Go run your errands around that time. Exercise. Have your yoga session. Meditate. Pray. Lots of things. Keep yourself busy. Find some arts and some crafts that you can use or that you can do. Let your family know that you're intermittent fasting, so that way they won't tempt you so much by accident with the foods that they're eating, or maybe even coming around you if you're having a hard time, staying focused at that time with food. If you tell certain people, they can be your accountability coach, help hold you accountable, where you'll focus more and kind of stick and stay on your goals. Commit. That's one thing you're going to have to do. You're going to have to commit. You have to remember that if you want to gain some things, if there are some things you have to do, there are some things that you have to give up in order to reach your goals, in order to stay focused, in order to get where you want to be. So commit. Be persistent. Don't give up. Don't give up easily at all. When you think you're going to give up, go in and get a glass of water. Drink you some water when you think you want a snack. Drink you some water first. Have you a little bit of broth. Okay, have some lemon water. Warm lemon water. Put a squirt of stevia in there, a squirt of monk fruit. Make it into like a sugar-free lemonade. A lot of things you can do that can keep you from going in that kitchen eating. Decide what you're going to have with your meals ahead of time, or at least have an idea. Have something in the refrigerator. This morning I got up, instead of a traditional breakfast, my eggs and bacon, I was hungry, so I went in there and I had me some keto enchiladas one morning. Keto enchiladas and a piece of protein bread. But it was something that fit my diet, that fit my lifestyle. I got up this morning and I was hungry. I had to think about the foods I had in there. Which way am I going? Protein sparing today or high protein keto? And then I went there and grabbed something out the refrigerator. Some chicken wings, keto biscuit, some protein, sparing modified fasting, Italian bread. What else was it? It was one more piece of meat. I can't think of what it was right now. But I went the protein sparing modified fasting way. Have something ready and prepare it for when you get really, really hungry. I was really, really hungry. So I ate a little bit early, about 30 minutes early. Not such a big deal, because I still try to aim for that 16-hour fasting window daily. Set goals, and after you start, working these habits into your daily routine, that's what they become, a daily routine. On days that you don't have to fast, or the schedule that we're going by doesn't say fasting, You may end up fasting anyway just because you're used to doing that. And if you do, just think of the benefits that you have. You got triple benefits. You're exercising. You're doing your diet and you're sticking to it. And then you got intermittent fasting on top of that. Triple benefits. Triple benefits. Think about everything that you do through the day and make it work for you. Make it work for you. So, I hope I've given you some information that's going to help you. Some information that you can use. Here my cat's over there scratching. I'm going to have to get ready to stop and get ready for a few more things. But I'm going to attach the foods that I had today to eat. I'm going to go through my carb manager review really quick. So you all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is, let me see. Tomorrow is Saturday the 6th. It will be an 18-hour fast and a regular keto day tomorrow with a walk. An 18-hour fast and a regular keto day with a walk. Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you all a little bit later on. This is Keto Granny saying I'm going to go and finish eating my biscuit. Get up and do a few more chores and hopefully get my studio straightened back out today. So I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
This is my breakfast this morning. I have a 3-ounce ground beef patty, and it's 85/15. 2 slices of the protein sparing modified fast Italian bread. I have a small serving of vegetables, and this is a serving of asparagus, kale, and there's a few chickpeas in there, which I'll pick them out. And then I have a chicken wing and a half. And I'm going to add some sugar-free honey mustard sauce to this. 0 carbs by GHU. This is my breakfast today. Today I'm doing a protein sparing modified fast also. So this is what it's going to be. And here it is with some of the sugar-free GHU honey mustard sauce on it. It does have 6 grams of fat in it. I believe it is, but it has no protein, and it also has no carbs. Let me just make sure. And this is honey Dijon favorite. So I made a lemon meringue pie, keto lemon meringue pie, and I used almond flour for the crust. So good and flaky. Also added in some raspberry, keto raspberry jam that I had made. Put that on top and put also a little bit of sugar-free whipped cream. It was so good. And I have this in the refrigerator, and I've frozen the slices, and that way I can have a treat whenever I really want it. I can only eat this on my keto days, not on my protein sparing modified fasting days. For dinner, I kept it high protein. I had a 3-ounce hamburger patty along with the chicken wing that I had prepared, and 2 pieces of Maria Emmerich's cinnamon bread. To me, it was a good meal, high protein. You can see here on my carb manager, I had sugar-free Jell-O, a little bit of Pepsi Cola, cheddar cheese biscuit, protein-sparing bread, asparagus with some kale and a few chickpeas in it. However, I did pick out the chickpeas. I had for lunch the same thing: hamburger, ground beef patties, raspberries, chicken wing, the GHU's sugar-free honey Dijon sauce, a little bit of butter. For dinner, I had hamburger and ground beef. Same thing, beef is really good to eat, and chicken,
when you're doing protein sparing modified fast. I took some magnesium today, and I usually just take the Spring Valley pill, 250 milligrams. I try to use this at least 3-4 times a week. Some more yellow mustard, chicken wing, just about the same thing that I had earlier today. That's why I like to have a meal prep, because it does come in very handy. I also had some pecans. Now the pecans are really carby, so I'm having to cut back on those, because I do eat a lot of pecans. I like to just munch on nuts sometimes, and pecans are my nuts of choice. So I did really good as far as my protein was 99.9, right at 100. Fat, 87.4. My carbs, total carbs, were 12 today, which was good. My calories are 1,238. Today was more high protein than it was protein sparing modified fasting day to me. I'm still working on eating more of my protein. I didn't have much of an appetite today, so I didn't, push the protein, which, however, I did have a little bit of keto chow that I did not add in. I had some mocha keto chow, and I probably just had a small portion of that, but I do need to count that toward my protein also. Anyhow, I hope you had a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.